This structure is in direct violation of city ordinances. It needs to be moved by tomorrow.
We followed every protocol. You have absolutely no jurisdiction here, Commander.
Blue strobes splashed across my bedroom walls, and the smell of fresh asphalt cut through the cold air coming from my cracked window. At 6:12 a.m., a flatbed truck idled in our Cul De Sac, beeping in short bursts. Workers in neon vests dropped a prefab guard shack right where kids play and bikes turn. A woman with a clipboard, our HOA president Karen, coffee steam fogging her glasses, smirked at me over the rim of her travel mug. She waved a laminated badge like she ran a base. "You'll thank me," she said, while a nail gun snapped like thunder. My dog whined. My mailbox vanished behind a wall of plywood. The road narrowed to one lane, and nobody had asked us a thing. This fight was about one thing. HOA built a guard shack on the Cul De Sac without a permit. Too bad, I am the base commander. I'm stationed 5 miles away. Security, logistics, traffic control, that's my world. But before rank, I'm a neighbor. I asked Karen for the city permit number. She laughed. "It's an HOA improvement," she said. She flicked her wrist at a young worker. He stapled a paper that said, Phase 1, no letterhead. No seal. When I looked around, porches went quiet. Curtains twitched. Nobody stepped out. A drone hummed overhead. My coffee turned bitter in my mouth. I tried to do it right. I called the HOA office at 9:03 a.m., then showed up at noon with a calm voice and a blank notepad. The board sat with tight smiles. "We're enhancing safety," they said. A neighbor whispered to me in the hallway, eyes wet, "Please don't use my name." Karen walked past and said, "People who don't cooperate often become a problem." I filed a written appeal that night with clear photos and a traffic diagram. Silence. 9 days passed. On May 3rd, 2024, a guard in a lawn chair asked for my address before I could park in front of my own house. When I spoke up, Karen called security code red. Timeline item 1, April 5, at 4:27 a.m., false trespass call. I wrote it down. Enough. I drew a line and I would stay lawful. I said it out loud in my kitchen so I'd hear it. No stunts, no anger. Use the channels. I started a receipts montage. I lined up photos, emails, and call logs in a binder. I pulled the HOA bylaws. I highlighted the line that said, any structural change requires a municipal permit. I filed a public records request with the city. 2 days later, the file landed with 63 pages. 58 were emails from Karen pushing for a fast track. The last 5 were denials. No permit issued. I mapped traffic sight lines with a ruler and the kind of patience that makes sergeants squirm. I called the fire marshal. I called code compliance. I asked direct questions and took notes. Patterns of false reports can be prosecuted, I reminded myself, and I let the facts stack like bricks. The twist came on a bright Monday at 9:00 p.m., under the street lamp where the Cul De Sac turns black and silver. I posted the timeline on the neighborhood forum with 3 clean photos and none of my titles. No rants, just dates, names, and a link to the city denial. Then I announced a drill, not a base drill, a neighborhood one. I rolled out traffic cones to show how a fire truck would swing through. The engine from Station 4 agreed to do a training loop, all public, all lawful. The ladder truck nosed in, lights low, no sirens. It reached the shack, paused, and stopped dead. The rear wheels climbed the curb. Everyone saw the angle. The captain pointed to the blocked hydrant. A city inspector stepped forward and taped a big orange stop work order across Karen's Phase 1 sign. She tried to peel it off, and the paper ripped, sticking to her fingers like gum while phones filmed. Laughter bubbled up, then fizzed into a low "oh." Neighbors came out in hoodies and slippers. Kids whispered, "That's the fire truck from the parade." The chat thread exploded, 212 comments by midnight. Someone posted, "I thought this was legal," followed by Karen's own words from a week earlier. My favorite line came from Mr. Patel, who never speaks at meetings. "We live here, not at a checkpoint." The stop work order photo went wide. By morning, a local blogger wrote it up, and the headline stung. Folks brought lawn chairs. A woman I barely knew pressed a lemon bar into my hand and said, "Thank you, Commander," in a soft voice, like a joke and a hug at once. Then the authority flip hit like a clean salute. The police knocked on Karen's door at 10:18 a.m. to take a statement on the false trespass call she made about me. The city council called an emergency agenda for Wednesday. The inspector measured the set back, 4 feet short. The fire marshal cited the blocked hydrant. Code compliance listed 5 counts. Fines totaled $4,500. The HOA's insurance company started asking hard questions. At the meeting, the clerk read my binder into the record. The video of the stuck ladder played on a loop behind the podium. Karen walked up to the mic, hair perfect, voice sharp. "It wasn't me," she said. The clerk tapped the screen to an email with her signature. My stomach did a slow roll, but I kept my hands flat. I spoke last. I said, "This is about safety and the law." The council voted 5-0. Remove the shack, pay the fines, and censure the board. By Friday, the flatbed came back. No strobes this time, no smirks. Neighbors watched from driveways while the crew unbolted the shack. A kid's bike bell jingled in the quiet. The guard chair sat empty. The smell of coffee was sweet again. 3 board members resigned within 24 hours. New elections were set for June 12th at 7:00 p.m. The Cul De Sac opened wide like a held breath, letting go. Mr. Patel waved me over to his grill. He handed me a paper plate with 1 burger, 2 pickles, and said, "Peace looks like this." I nodded. I'll still show up to meetings. I'll still keep my binder. And I'll still keep it lawful, because that's how you win and stay a neighbor. Please follow for more HOA showdowns like this. Do you think she got what she deserves? Comment below.